This is the institute where somebody who received Nobel Prize for malaria worked for long. There are 11 FRS scientists worked here for understanding the science of medicine. We are now in an era of science of medicine, not the art of medicine. There was a time when somebody had some problem with the brain, say infarction of the brain. Say identical case 1, middle cerebral artery infarction A, middle cerebral artery infarction B. Treated in identical way. Case 1 was treated by Professor Banerjee, case 2 is treated by me. In spite of very serious treatment, both of us, case B or my case that deteriorated. His case improved. There is neurological improvement. Then what was the conclusion? Stupid Niranjan Bhattacharya doesn't know medicine. And naturally the patient died. Great Professor Banerjee, which is truly great, he knows the medicine and applied properly and the patient improved. Number 1 conclusion. Number 2 conclusion. By the grace of God, his case improved. It is only grace of God. You have chanted the holy name and that's why the case improved. But today, 2015 end, we'll say, no grace of God. Everything is visible. Grace is visibility. The fact remains, in his case, neurocytokine stimulation and stem cells of the brain were activated. They are responsible for repair and regeneration. Nothing, no hide and seek. The grace of God is molecular explanation so that you can understand this. This is science. Somebody is suffering from advanced Parkinson's disease. You have decided to give stem cell. Now the controversy is stem cell is causing regeneration. There is exhaustion of the dopamine of the caudate nucleus, putamen, globus majus, etc., and having features of Parkinsonism. You have injected stereotactically citiguided at the site and there is improvement. But the controversy is whether the stem cell is causing the improvement or stem cell dependent cytokines are causing the improvement. These are advanced controversies. When we started working in the field in the year 1999, right, we were only concerned with hematopoietic stem cell, CD34, hematopoietic stem cell. Now, we find it is not the hematopoietic stem cell. There are different types of stem cell, recently classified 116 different types of stem cell, and that too is not in any fixed state. Stem cells are extremely dynamic. Today that is CD34. This CD34 if you take and put it to liver, that will be hepatocytes. This CD34 if you put it to heart, that will be cardiomyocyte. This CD34 you put it anywhere, depending on the niche or the environment, there will be changes. And famous saying, please remember, there is a famous saying by Socrates, you can confuse few people for some time, one person for the lifetime, but not the entire world for more than some time. People will understand it is true or false. Centers of excellence throughout the world, they are working on stem cell science. Right? We are learning each and every day. You can ask me questions, but I do not know the answer. But through the process of learning, we learn newer things. For example, this is the hospital. This is the institute. I was given the professor post in Boston University and I refused and decided to come back. And if I am thrown to a jail or any other identical condition, then I will decide I will go back to Boston to work as a professor. But they wanted each and everything what I have done and my experience should be part of Boston University Intellectual Act property, which I refuse. Now here, under his guidance, because he's the boss, he's the ultimate in my field. With his guidance, what have we done so far? Number one, cell therapy for the poorest of the poor. What is cell therapy? Living cell from one system to another. If there is HLA, that should be matched. If there is no HLA or pre-HLA, question of matching doesn't arise. That is the basics of fetal tissue transplant. It's you. Go back to your home and think it thrice. All aborted material going to the dustbin or through incinerator. If the incinerator is not effective, going to a pit. And the evening, you know what is the fate. Jackals and dogs, they dug the pit and take out the fetus. Is it justifiable in the name of God? Or you take a little bit of the midbrain of the fetus, which has been aborted, taking permission from the mother, taking permission from Institutional Ethical Committee, taking permission for all regulatory authorities, and use the same thing which is filled up with stem cell. Stereotactically place it in the brain, or put it, we did it on the axilla, under surface of the axilla, because this is not visible, there is no scar, and scar is very small. Under the circumstance, just not, it's accepted. He took the initiative and made orders. What is the order? All cases of abortion, all cases of pregnancy-specific biological substances, that means placenta, membrane, amniotic fluid, everything would be shifted here. But my director, she is working 28 hours a day, but still she will need infrastructure, she will need space, she will need supportive infrastructure so that they can use the same. Blessing is God, but if the blessing is too powerful, then you can't accept all the blessing itself. Right? Naturally, he has done it. All the medical colleges, all cases of cesarean section, just giving you some idea. Just some idea. In India, every year, as per Government of India statistics, 20 million babies are born. 20 million. 20 million placentas are produced theoretically. 20 million placenta will have blood equivalent to 20 into 100 ml. This is average, varying from 65 to 124. 100 ml blood. This 100 ml blood, mind it, this 100 ml blood, hemoglobin is 20 to 22%. Platelet is 750,000. WBC is 20 to 25,000. Apart from this, this is studded with growth factors and specific cytokines that help repair, regenerate things. Right? Everything is going to the dustbin. Centers of excellence in Harvard, Stanford, Cambridge, they are working in stem cell based work. What is this? They take out the nucleated cell. From the nucleated cell, they take out the stem cell of the placental blood. They constitute 0.01% of the nucleated cell. That means 99.99% of the nucleated cell is thrown to the dustbin everywhere in the world. He permitted us. We are making a department of biorepository. We will collect each and everything. We will take permission from each and everybody. And eventually, today or tomorrow, each and everything would have its clinical application studied and disseminated. You'd be happy to know that the first stem cell transplant was done by a very known prominent professor from Paris, that is Gluckman. Gluckman came here, talked to Professor Banerjee, took classes for our students, went to Asiatic Society and everything. Idea is to verify the data. Back home, there is a statement in Lancet that for underprivileged countries, this is a massive wastage. This is a massive wastage. Why we are discarding all the cord blood? Now the question is, 20 million units of cord blood theoretically produced in the country. Total requirement of blood for the country is 10 million into 100 ml. That means if we collect 50% of the placenta and use the same blood, the question, we don't have to buy, borrow, steal blood from others. This blood is absolutely free from bacteria because of the integrity of the placental barrier, which is the most important molecular barrier in the system. Now the question is, in spite of that, for thousands of cases, we have done HIV 1-2, we have done hepatitis B and C, we have done VDRL, we have done malaria and other things. These are visibility. But the question is, the way we do the same thing is through ELISA. With ELISA, there is error. We have to go through molecular method. Nature is following molecular method. Molecular method is foolproof. But we are doing through ELISA because of the cost involved, we can't afford. As per WHO guideline, for the time being another 10 years, ELISA, after that molecular method. With placental blood, there is molecular method done by nature. Right? Now the question is, you can say, why there is vertical transmission in case of HIV? Answer is, vertical transmission takes 99.99 after 34 weeks. After 34 weeks, there is some passage of cells across the placental barrier. And that causes antigenic stimulation, eventual one graft versus host reaction leading to process of birth of the baby. There are 1 million questions. These questions, more you learn, more you will have question on yourself. And we'll learn from each other and through an exchange and dialogue.